All right, man. Fresh out the shower, getting ready for bed. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about something, man. I seen that Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu is gonna be on pay per view, and also I seen something on X from a guy. I don't know how true it is. You know that Errol Rolly and Tio was going to be on pay per view, and I just continue to say this, time and time again about boxing, man. It shoots itself in the foot. For you to put Tim Tszyu, look, check this out. Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence wasn't appealing to the American public so bad. It didn't have an appeal to the American public that they had to take it to Australia, bro. Remember, this is one of the ways that you can find out how fast boxing is falling. There was a time where a lot of the Olympic athletes was getting robbed in the Olympics, whether, Floyd got robbed in Atlanta. I think Roy got robbed in Seoul, Korea. Okay. And they would not go overseas. Andre Ward refused to go overseas. For the Super Six, they would not go overseas. Now, all of a sudden, you got guys like, Keyshawn and Shakur and these dudes lobbying to go to the UK when it was, forbidden for dudes to go overseas. American fighters, because you'll get robbed ahead of America, you wouldn't get a fair shake. And obviously, we're going to get those people that say, well, what about the foreign fighters that come to America? I understand that, but we're not here talking about that. But how can you put a fight on pay-per-view that the American public didn't want to buy tickets to? And that's the case. Because why send Errol over to Australia if the American public has so much interest in this particular fight, right? If they have so much interest in this fight, why not do it in America and put it on pay-per-view? So it says Errol Spence will fight Tim Tszyu, 158 pounds, it's really middleweight. Showdown July 25th at the Afterpay Arena in Sydney, Australia. The event is available US on pay-per-view through Prime, regards to Prime membership in the Zone Ultimate tier subscription. So they're literally putting this fight on pay-per-view. This is a joke to me. Now, there were people arguing with me talking about Xander and Jerron Boots was a successful was a pay-per-view. Let me know what those numbers look like. See, the numbers are always, you need to see the numbers for the fighters y'all don't like. Where's the numbers for Boots and Xander Zayas? It didn't belong on pay-per-view. It didn't belong on pay-per-view. It didn't belong on pay-per-view. Simple as that. It didn't belong on pay-per-view. And now you got another fight where the Australian government probably put some bread up. This fight should have literally been broadcast on the Zone, broadcast on regular Prime. Try to get NBC or ABC pick it up. The greed in boxing is another reason why you got to keep it moving. These fighters don't perform well enough for you to ask for your money on a consistent basis. They haven't even made a name for themselves to ask for your money, especially to the tune of $80 to $90. I just literally don't understand how they justify it. And I know the fans don't care because you just gonna stream it. You're just gonna find another way to watch it. But they actually pay $80, $90 for a guy who ain't been in the ring in 3 years, almost 3 years to the date. And a guy in Tim Tszyu that's a virtually unknown. And this is why these old promoters have to go. This is why I'm fighting against them. This is why I'm saying, fuck it, do something different with Zuffa. Do something different with Zuffa. Because they have annihilated the growth of boxing. It ain't no growth. Ain't no superstars. Ain't no passing the baton. Ain't no new superstars. Everybody's being grown on a pay-per-view platform. Whether you're paying for the app, then paying for the pay-per-view. You can't grow nothing like this. Is disgusting that this is a pay-per-view. This should be on your regular Prime. This should be on regular TV. This should be on Bounce That Ass TV, PBS. This is not pay-per-view. And then again and again, you don't hear these numbers. They lose and lose. They lose on the pay-per-view. And I'm like, how are they making money? Ain't nobody buying this pay-per-view shit. Ain't nobody buying it. I guarantee you it. Boots and Diaz ain't doing 100K. I'll let you know that right now. Because if they did 100K, they would be announcing it. And then this guy, Andreas Holly, he's saying that Tszyu and Ramirez, Romero and Teofimo Lopez are fighting for the title T-Mobile Arena August 22nd in Vegas. Available on Prime and DAZN pay-per-view. Ain't nobody buy Tszyu and Shakur Stevens. Ain't nobody buy that bullshit. It ain't nobody buy Rolly and Tank. How the fuck is this on pay-per-view? How are you asking people to go in their pocket $50, $70, $90 for this fight? You got to ask yourself, man, from a business standpoint of view, I don't know how they turn it a profit. The feds, if they cared, they need to investigate boxing. I don't understand how they turn a profit. I'm dead ass serious. I legit don't understand how they turn a profit. How do they turn a profit in this game? That's what I'm asking. How do they turn a profit? How do they turn a profit? Because ain't no way you go in your pocket paying for this. Ain't no way. Just keeping it being. Ain't no way you paying for this. But then again, they want to ask you for this. Less than a month and a half out. And they said, "Oh yeah, let's spend some. Let's put it on pay-per-view." Dog, how are they making money? I don't even think this fight sell out the T-Mobile Arena. I don't think enough people care about this fight. Am I tripping on T.O. getting a title shot? No, at least he was the lineal champion at 140. He had a horrible night versus Shakur Stevenson. He most definitely did. But guess what? He took that chance. Even though he was handsomely played, he took that chance. And he fights the best. I give him that for the most part. He fights the best. But to ask people to pay whatever amount of money, even if it's $5 for two guys that can't sell out a picnic. Two guys who can't sell out a picnic. How is this sport is gonna grow if you gotta pay? You gotta pay for everything. Everything is $80, $90, $70, $20 for the app, $50 a month for the ultimate tier. Like, bro, this ain't you ain't even playing for the NFL. Well, I guess you are, but you ain't paying that much for the NFL, NBA. I literally don't understand. I literally don't understand financially, how do you grow the sport? How are they making money? And everything, ain't no way they making no money on pay-per-view. I promise you that. Ain't no way they making no money on pay-per-view. Ain't no way y'all telling me y'all gonna pay for this shit. Ain't no way you paying for that shit. I guarantee you're not paying. You might be some people in the comment section, but they ain't buying it. You streaming it. This fight don't have enough intrigue. You don't have enough personality. And it might be a good fight on paper. They both are friends, but in general, to ask for $90 for this, running this game right into the ground. But hey, or the sport right into the ground. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.